Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's November 3rd, 2024. We are in the Old Testament book of Zechariah. Excuse me, we're going to read chapter 7 today. God is still having Zechariah prophesy to, the exiles that have come back from Babylon and Persia in about 518-ish BC, so we're a couple of years further on. Work is starting. That was kind of where we started with this series of prophecies, was to the high priest and to the governor of the people as they came back from exile. Hey, you know what? Start acting like a high priest. Start acting like a governor. Let's start working and building this temple and showing that, hey, God is our focus. So they've been working a little while, and God is calling out the people, saying, hey, you know what? You're kind of going through the motions of worshiping me, okay? That's not what I want. I want heartfelt emotions. You're making big shows of things, but your heart's not in it. That's not what I want. I don't want the big shows. I want your heart. In fact, that's why I sent you into exile to begin with. So as you come out of exile, and as we start to rebuild Jerusalem, and we start moving towards that perfect Jerusalem, which is much later on, heartfelt obedience. You obey me because you love me, and then you get rewarded with blessings because I love you. That's how it's supposed to work. You're just going through the motions to get the blessings. Well, again, that's what sent you in exile in the first place. That's the message God is giving them here. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Zechariah chapter 7. Now in the 4th year of King Darius, it came to pass that the word of the Lord came to Zechariah on the 4th day of the 9th month, Chislev, when the people sent Sherezer with Regamelech and his men to the house of God to pray before the Lord, and to ask the priests who were in the house of the Lord of hosts and the prophets, saying, should I weep in the 5th month and fast as I have done for so many years? Then the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, say to all the people of the land and to the priests, when you fasted and mourned in the 5th and 7th months during those 70 years that they were in exile, did you really fast for me? For me? When you eat and when you drink, do you not eat and drink for yourselves? Should you not have obeyed the words which were the Lord proclaimed through the former prophets, when Jerusalem and the cities around it were inhabited and prosperous, and the south and the lowlands were inhabited? Then the word of the Lord came to Zechariah, saying, thus says the Lord of hosts, execute true justice, show mercy and compassion, everyone to his brother. Do not oppress the widow or the fatherless, the alien or the poor. Let none of you plan evil in his heart against his brother. But they refused to heed, shrugged their shoulders, and stopped their ears so that they could not hear. Yes, they made their hearts like flint, refusing to hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts had sent by his Spirit to the former prophets. Thus great wrath came from the Lord of hosts. Therefore it happened that just as he proclaimed, and they would not hear, so they called out, and I would not listen, says the Lord of hosts. But I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations which they did not know. Thus the land became desolate after them, so that no one passed through or returned, for they made the pleasant land desolate. May God bless the reading of his word, and may God bless you. Bye.